Hello, good morning, students. Right? Today we will discuss the lesson prose, the Lahore attack. Yesterday I told you to read the Lahore attack at home. I hope that you have uh, read that one. Today we will discuss some themes, literary devices, and some questions we will discuss. Right? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today we will study the prose, the Lahore attack. Right? Yesterday I told you to read the prose, the Lahore attack at home, and today we will discuss some questions and the themes and some literary devices. I hope you have everyone read at home. First of all, we have to discuss the speakers, about speaker, the Kumar Sangakkara. Everyone we know the Sangakkara is the great cricketer. Some of you are the fans of him, right? Let's look at that screen and you can refer that some details about him. He is one of Sri Lanka's foremost cricketers. He was born on 27th October 1977. He has received international acclaim. He captained the national team from 2008 to right 2008 to 2011, right? He captained, right? So he is the great leader of the cricket, right? You have to know, first of all, before we read the prose, first of all we have to know the author or the speaker of the prose. So now I think you have got about the speaker Kumar Sangakkara. He is a great cricketer. Right, now we will go to the introduction. The Lahore attack is an extract from Colin Cowdrey lecture 2011. Right, now do you have a question? Who is Colin? Right, Colin Cowdrey lecture. Colin is the late Lord. He is a late Lord, right? Late Lord. He was late Lord Colin Cowdrey. He was the member of MCC. He was the member of MCC. M means Marylebone Cricket Club. He was member of. Because of his memory of his work, this program was launched by MCC. On the program every year this lecture was organized by MCC, right? And first this lecture was inaugurated or launched in 2001. The Colin Cowdrey he died in 2000 in December, right? Onwards 2001 Colin Cowdrey lecture program is annually organized by MCC, right? So now you have got Colin Cowdrey lecture, right? The Kumar Sangakkara also got the chance to talk about his country or his thoughts in Colin County Lakeside in 2011. It was held at Lord's Ground, London. Cricket Ground, London. So Lahore attack is an extract. He talked in that Colin Howden lecture. He talked lot of subtopic. The one is the history of Sri Lanka, a team powered by talent, Sri Lanka cricketing roots. Right? Any lot of things. I have mentioned only 3 of them. Right? Under the subdivisions, he talked. In one of them is the Lahore attack. That is why we call this an extract from Lahore attack, because right, he is extracted from Colin Howden lecture. Right? We go to the. Now you have to know something about this. I have only just, there are a lot of subdivisions he talked there, but I have mentioned only 3. This one, this one, this one. The Lahore attack is the another one. Right? Right. Now we will see the extracts is about what can we learn from the Lahore attack, the prose. Right? What things are there? Right? Discuss the experience the Sri Lankan cricket team had in Pakistan. Everyone, you know, in 2009, the team of our cricket team went to the Lahore, Pakistan. They are there to play the cricket match. Right? At that time, it was a great news for everyone. So they were attacked by terrorists, a group of terrorists attacked on their way to stadium. Right? At that time, they had a lot of experience. Right? He discussed those experience when they were met at Lahore. So here in the Lahore attack, they have talked about. He talked about how they faced with an awesome experience there. Right? So this Lahore attack, this prose, the Lahore attack, mainly discuss about how Sri Lankan cricket team and other things they faced when they were in Lahore in Pakistan. Right? So here this is an interesting prose. So everyone, because we are Sri Lankan, this prose is also related with us. So we have to know about this, because he is a great cricketer. He talked a lot of things. He talked about the Sri Lankan qualities, how the Sri Lankan peoples are here. Right? So we have to discuss these things later on. Here, the speaker's feelings. One thing is he talked about how Sri Lankan cricket team were attacked in Lahore and how they faced the terrorism attack. Through this prose, we can understand some speaker's feelings. So that terrorist attack empathized the cricket team and the Kumar Sangakkara to think about to recollect about the civil war which was held in Sri Lanka for 30 years. So he has a sympathy and compassion towards these people. So here we can understand his feelings towards his countrymen. First one, his fellow players. When he was in the Lahore, how he thought about his fellow players. He not only think about himself, but also he showed his compassion and sympathy towards his fellow players. They were injured and they were wounded, but he also wounded, but he thought about his fellow players, not only himself. This is his great quality. This is his great quality we can get from him. Quality. People affected by. I told earlier that the cricket terrorism attack empathized the Kumar Sangakkara to think about the people who were in war-zone area or war-torn area in Sri Lanka. People, by when they are here, everyone we know, the 30 years long, here we had a war that's affected by most of the people. In Sri Lanka, not most, certain part of the places were affected by war. So during that period, the most people lost their luxury life or lost their ordinary life. Right? So we will discuss this thing later. He thought about soldiers, but because when he met once when he came back from Lahore, he met a soldier at checkpoint, and there was a conversation between the soldier and the Kumar Sangakkara and his team. So there was a conversation. They talked, they shared their idea, they shared their opinions between them. Okay, let's we go to the other things. Respect the fellow countrymen. I have taken some quotations, wordings or statement told by the Kumar Sangakkara on other ones, and we will discuss what they mean. I was fortunate that during my life I never experienced violence in Sri Lanka firsthand. Here this one is spoken by Kumar Sangakkara. I was fortunate. Here interest, right? He says, I was fortunate. He was lucky. He was lucky because he was away from war zone. That's why he wanted to mention that he was not in the war-torn area. He was away from the war-torn area. That during my life, I never experienced violence in Sri Lanka first-hand until he went to the Lahore and they were attacked by a group of terrorists at Lahore. They didn't know the experience. They didn't have this violent experience because that particular same violence was held in Sri Lanka, but he was away from that war zone. So that's why he told, I was fortunate during my life. I never experienced violence in Sri Lanka firsthand. Next one, look at this one. I had great sympathy and compassion for them. I had great sympathy and compassion. He has compassion because people, when every day their life is threatening, unsafe life. They lost their own life. Some children, they do not go to school, right? People, they lost their jobs. So he showed his sympathy and compassion for them. Them means the people who were in war zone. Right. Next one, there was a new respect and awe for their courage and selflessness. Right? Here there was a new respect, right? Selflessness and courage. Right? People, he mentioned about the soldiers. The soldiers' courage. He humbled after he met the soldier, and he thought about how they worked selflessly and courageously. Right? He said there was a new respect out for there. So even he was a great cricketer, he humbled. Right? So we can see that one. Here we can respect the fellow. Even he is a great cricketer. Respect the fellow. He says, I was fortunate. He has empathic qualities. Empathic qualities means empathy. He has empathy. Empathic qualities. Empathy. He think about the others' problems. He talked about the other problem. Empathy. Next one, there was no incident. Look at the features of good players. When they were in attack, then they were in Lahore, when they were in Pakistan, then they were attacked in there. he mentioned how they reacted to that attack. So that was he, through that he mentioned about the features of good players. There was no insane panic, there was absolute clarity. There was no insane panic. Insane panic. Panic, no fear, no? No one fear. No one fear. No one get threatening. No one was got threatening. There was absolute clarity and awareness. Clarity and awareness. Right? They know what will, what was happening around them. He is more awareness, right? We were next one. We were injured and yet we were not cowed. Through this wording, through this statement, we can say that Kumar Sangakkara, he mentioned how the Sri Lankan cricket players are strong. We were injured. We were shot by bullets. We were thrown by grenades. We were injured. We were wounded. We were injured and yet we were not cowed. Here, he were injured. We were thrown by grenades. But we were not cowed. We were not cowed. Here we have to mention this point, cowed, because they were strong. They are strong people. Mentally they are strong. Physically they are attacked, but mentally they are strong. Next one, we are Sri Lankans. Here he also told, proudly he says, we are Sri Lankans. We are Sri Lankan. Proudly he says, we are Sri Lankan. This wording tells his patriotism, and he is a very good patriot. He is a good patriot. We are Sri Lankans. He proudly says, because Sri Lankans never fear for anything. They never get panics, right? So we are Sri Lankan. We are strong. Our spirit is strong. Because our spirit is strong, he says. We will get through hardships and will overcome because our spirit is strong. Here look at our spirit is strong. We will get through hardships. We will overcome. Whatever problem we face, we will overcome easily. We will get through any hardships. So we are not defeated. We were not defeated. Even we were shot by bullets, we were thrown by grenades, right? We were injured, we were wounded, but we will get through hardships and we will overcome because our spirit is strong. So naturally, the Sri Lankan cricket players are strong, strength, right? So pictures of players. Next one, it's okay. Passion and love for cricket. It is okay if I die because it's my job and I am ready for it. But you are a hero, and if you were to die, it would be a great loss for our country. This conversation held between Kumar Sangakkara, and a soldier, who was, so the soldier who was at the checkpoint, right? When the Kumar Sangakkara and his players came back from Pakistan to his country, at the time Kumar Sangakkara met a soldier at a checkpoint, and normally when we have a great heroes or heroines, if we like them most, whatever happened to them, we will sorry for them, or we will worry for them. We will so keen to ask about their health. This is the human natural habits, isn't it? Right? So likewise, the soldier who was at the checkpoint was so keen to know about the health condition of Kumar Sangakkara. So because he was a great cricketer, he added fame. He adds fame. He is adding fame to Sri Lanka. He is the great fan, right? Sol is the great fan of the Sangha, Kumar Sangakkara. So that's why he wanted to know how the Kumar Sangakkara's health condition, because he knew that he was attacked by a group of terrorists in Lahore. That's why he says here, this is a very important quotation, because these lines, through this wording, we can understand how the great Sangakkara, the great cricketer, great Sangakkara, Kumar Sangakkara, is the worthy to our country. It's okay if I die because it's my job and I am ready for it. This line shows the soldier's sincerity, right? He is a sincerity person. He says, it's my job and I am ready for it. But he mentioned, you are a hero. If you die, if were to die, it is a great loss for our country. So through this wording, we can know how the great Sangakkara, Kumar Sangakkara, is the great person to our country. His sincerity, his patriotism is revealed through these lines, through the mouth of the soldier. Right? Okay, next one we will go to, how can this man value his life less than me? Right? After he had told this line, the soldier had told these lines, yes, but you are a hero. It would be a great loss of our country. So at the time he heard this statement, he heard this wording from soldier, the Kumar Sangakkara humbled. He humbled. Humbled means he got, he had an inferiority complex. Oh, but how he thought about me, how he had a passion on cricketers, how the people have passion and love for cricket and cricketers. He humbled. According to the Kumar Sangakkara, he thought the soldier's selflessness and courage job. But here the soldier, in contrast, he thought about the Sangakkara's job, Sangakkara's work. How can this man value his life less than me? So here we can say, through this wording, we can understand the Kumar Sangakkara's qualities. Right? This is the next one. This is the love that I strive every day of my career to be worthy of. This is the love. What is the love? This is the love. What is the love for? Love for cricket. The love for cricket. This is the love. The fans who has love towards the cricketers and cricket. Love that I strive every day of my career to be worthy of. So this one is spoken by the Kumar Sangakkara. So here we can see passion and love for cricket. Right? I think you have got something related to the prose Kumar Sangakkara. It's a good prose. You have to be aware of that one. Right? You have to read again. When you are at home, you have to read again and revise the points once again. The speaker's language reveals his qualities. When we read a prose, the characters and the speakers or all those wording or language reveals their qualities, the characters' qualities or speakers' qualities or particular place, culture or whatever, through wordings or through language or through statement. Likewise, here is also the speaker here, Kumar Sangakkara's language and wordings reveals his qualities. Patriotism, right? We can see patriotism. Patriotism means patriotism, we can see his patriotism through the soldier's mouth. Humanism, he thought about the same violence which was held in Sri Lanka for 30 years when he was attacked at Lahore. So he compared how the people who were in war zone affected by how they survived, how they worked hard to survive their life from grenades and bullets and what else. Sincerity, his soldier's sincerity revealed here. Dignity, strength. He talked about strength and self-confidence of the cricket players. How the cricket players faced the hardship when they were attacked. There was a mixture of joy and anger. No one, they were mentally they are strong. They were strong. Even they were wounded or injured. So he mentioned about the strength and self-confidence of the players. Even Kumar Sangakkara also, he told once, he was shot by a bullet on his shoulder, but he's relieved that he wasn't shot at head. He talked about Tilan, Dusa, Telangana, and they thought, ominous statement of came true. Right now we will go to the questions. Question 1. Right? Let's go to the questions. Right? It's okay if I die because it's my job and I am ready for it, but you are a hero and it would be a great loss for the country. Okay, here, who speaks these words? To whom are these spoken? Who speaks these words? Soldier who were at the checkpoint. Right? You can write clearly. Soldier who was at the checkpoint, you can write clearly. To whom are these words? To Kumar Sangakkara. What is the feeling of the speaker towards the person he speaks? So when he has a respect, and you can write respect, honor, or honor, right? Whatever else you can write, whatever, right? You have to practice this question at home. Context questions. Let's switch to the question 2. There have been so many bomb explosions over the years, but I was never in the wrong place at the wrong time. What does so many explosions over these years refer to? What can maybe? It may be it refers to the civil war, which was held in Sri Lanka for 30, for 30 years. What is meant by wrong place at the wrong time? Sangha, at the beginning of the prose, he mentioned that I wasn't at wrong place at the wrong time. Wrong place means and wrong time. He was fortunate, he was detached. He was detached from war zone. He was detached from war zone when the war is happening. When war was happening. That's a wrong time. Wrong place at the wrong time. He was detached wrongly. He was away from. he was away from war zone or war-torn areas. That is why he told that I was fortunate. That's why he said a wrong place. Wrong place means war area. Wrong time the war was happening. Right? Next one. It was like rain on a tin roof. The bus was at a standstill. Right? These lines indicates how the bus of the cricketers were attacked by the group of terrorists at Lahore. He mentioned it was like a rain on a tin roof. The bullets attacked their bus. When they are that sound of the bullets like a rain on a tin roof. So why was the bus at standstill? What caused the situation? Why was? Because the driver may get excited. Because driver got panic. This is the human nature, right? Whatever happened, we can't move to other place, no? So because driver got panic or he was excited, he got fear. You can write whatever the answer related to the questions. What caused this situation? Why the bus was standstill? Why? What is the reason why the bus was standstill? Because what caused the situation? The attack, a group of terrorist attack. A group of terrorist attacked on the bus on the way to the stadium of the cricketers. You can write the answers clearly. What causes it? You can write something lengthy. Name the literary device used here. You know what is a literary device. Here, look at this one. Like rain on a tin roof. What is it? Simile, right? Simile. You can give some clear explanation for this one. Instead of just only your right simile, we can say the bus was at standstill. Simile. Next one. Oh my God, you were out first ball, run out of the next innings, and now you have been shot. What terrible first tour. To whom are these words speaking? To whom? One of the cricket player. One of the cricket player. What's his name? Cricket player. What is the tone of the speaker? Here tone means through the wording of the speaker, his attitude, we have to find out his attitude through the wording. Oh my God, you were out first ball, run out of the next innings, and now you have what? So, but a terrible first word. What is the tone? What is the speaker wants to do? What is the attitude of the speaker through this wording, through this statement? You can write sympathy, because there's a first debate tour for this one, sympathy. What else you can write the answers related to the sympathy. Empathy, empathy, so you can write, right? Feel sorry for that. Feel sorry for that. Feel sorry. Sympathy. Everyone, you have to practice these questions at home, and you have to copy down the question. When you are free, you have to copy down the questions and you can write down the answers are on the book, on the prose. You have to refer and write the answers. Right? Tone means, already I have to, likewise you have to know about the mood. Mood means the person who, when we the readers, when they read the wording of the speaker, they understand the mood of the mood. They have to understand the mood when they read the wording of the speakers or authors. Right? Okay, thank you.